dick? Like, why you on my dick for? Like, why? Like, that's what I'm trying to ask you. I had some nice Dominican food today. I've had a great day, and I don't know why. You're literally one of my favorite streamers, and this is how you treat me, bro.
Bro, listen, it's not about the things that you are. It's the things that how you conduct yourself. I feel like if you say shit like, "Oh, I agree with this because this guy knows what he's talking about. I agree with that because he's top G. I agree with this because of the preconceived ideas I have about this person," you are almost automatically a paid actor. So that's the box you fall into.
Did he talk shit?
What you're telling me is that I am literally living rent free in your head. That's what you're telling me. Because it's like, bro, how can you treat me like this? Oh, because I want to agree with somebody else and I'm not agreeing with you, unfortunately. If you bring up some good points, as much good points as Top G, then yes, you'll get a fucking agree.
Kai, can I say something? You already won. He took it off his stream. You already won. He took it off.
Appreciate that.
Can I say one thing? Wait. XQ. Okay, no, you got.
If he hasn't said anything yet, you agree with it, and you already pre-agreed because he's him. You're having a severe bias. It's gonna unhealthy to the conversation.
So what you're saying is my opinions matter less than yours.
Not
is that what you're saying? So you're saying mine don't matter as much as your opinions. XQC, I hope it's not coming out your mouth right now. I hope it's not.
Your opinion matters as much as anybody else. If you come into a discussion or in the middle of an argument, right, where you voice your argument or your response on what is currently happening and not what he's said in the past and what he is. Come in with the data that's presented, use that to make your argument, and you show me that, then your argument is worth as much as anybody else in the room.
So you're saying I'm fucking stupid. That's what you're saying.
That's what I fucking said, bitch ass.
Wow! Yo! See, honestly, I didn't want to do it, but BLM, bro. BLM, bro.
Yeah.
See, I feel like,
BLM, my brother.
Like BLM, bro. Like, here's the thing, bro. So who the fuck decided you made the rules? Like, are you calling yourself the leader of this podcast right now?
Kai, I'm not the leader. You guys are the leader. Okay, what's more important?
You said what?
BLM or women's rights? Wow,
you're comparing black people to women. So you're just literally saying fuck black women as a whole.
Kai. Answer the question.
No.
Women's rights.
I think both are important, my brother. Why are you trying to put one on top of the other?
It's a question. It's a hypothetical. It's gonna be one.
Why are you comparing BLM, which stands for Blacks Lives Matter, to women's rights, which is also important? Why are you trying to? You see, this is what's wrong with our.
But if you had to pick one, though,
you can't pick one. You can't pick one.
Pick one, bro. That is fuck for you to pick one, bro.
Okay.
What do you think is more important?
I'm asking the question. You have to pick one.
What do you think is more important, buddy? Since you want to bring it up, what do you think is what do you think is more important, buddy?
Holy shit.
So basically, if you had to pick one, BLM or women's rights?
Who we talking to? Me?
No, we're talking to.
He's answering.
We're talking to XQC. Yeah.
Be careful,
guys. You gotta just fucking chill out, man.
You gotta answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question, Felix.
Felix, answer the question.
Oh, he's stuck now.
Women's rights or BLM?
You have to pick one or the other.
You know what we saying. Pick one, nigga. BLM or women's rights?
Pick one. It has to be one or the other. It can't be both.
Okay, my boy.
Hold on, who brought it up, though? XQ, did you bring it up?
Brought it up.
No, I'm just saying, you have to answer it. It has to be one or it has to be the other.
Okay, here's my answer. I don't feel like any should be chosen on top of each other, bro.
It's a hypothetical, bro.
Why did you bring it up?
Bro, it's a fucking TikTok meme.
It means...
It's a TikTok meme, bro.
Oh. Nah, nigga. He know he in trouble.
It's a TikTok meme?
It is?
It's a TikTok meme.
Hold on.
You got to take it later.
Tate, Big Daddy T, A-T to the E. I was just listening to Suicide in the bathroom. I just wanted to say. Yo, Kai, you gotta listen to a song. It's called Suicide. It's so good.
It's good? Okay, I'll do it.
Oh, God, it's so good, bro. Okay.
What's the question?
Go ahead, XQ.
BLM or women's rights. Answer it. We're not done.
No,
we're not done.
Guys, let's not. Let's not.
All right.
Well, both.
Why you said it like that, though? What the fuck?
I said all that. I said both.
I'll give another answer to try and elevate and progress the conversation.
Okay.
What every single movement on the planet, to some degree, has been corrupted by the people who are in charge of the world, who are aiming to get more and more power from the populace. So let's look at the climate change movement, right? I'm not saying climate change isn't real. I'm not saying the climate isn't important, and I'm not saying the world is not important.
Chat, is global
I'm
warming
saying the
real?
people who are propagating the climate change agenda don't give a shit about the world. What they want to do is tax you all into bankruptcy so they can buy all the farmland and own all of it. That's what they're doing now in Holland. That's what they're doing now in Germany. It's happening in Europe. There's big protests because they're coming along saying, because of the climate, we're going to put your taxes up 300% because that's going to somehow prevent climate change. You're all going to go bankrupt and we're going to buy all the farms and we're going to own it all. So every single movement to some degree has been corrupted. And there is always, even though there's usually a genuine motive, there is usually a corrupted, a hidden motive in nearly every single movement on the planet. Even the women's right motive, right? Let's look at, you can even break this one down. The reason that the Matrix propagates so heavily the idea that females should have careers is because, one, it doubles the tax base. There's twice as many people to pay taxes. Two, when you had the traditional nuclear family, then the woman would raise the children. And if the woman raises the children, then the family's values and ideals will be instilled inside of the children. But you don't want that because you're a country. You want to own the future. You need to own the youth. How communism works. So what you want to do is send the women to work so the children spend all their time at school, and then you get to program their minds and you get to tell them what to think, because that's what happens. You see it now. Parents arguing with their own children based on what the children learn at school compared to what their parents believe.
Okay, bro,
So now
I think that
they're coming along trying to program everybody's children. And the reason they're trying to make sure women are not at home is because that makes it more difficult to do.
Type
Now,
shit.
I'm not saying that's the only reason women's rights exist. I'm not saying that women's rights is a bad thing. I'm saying that every single movement has the genuine reason, and there's hidden reasons behind all of it. Same thing with the climate change exchange. There's always something hidden inside of it. So it's always a Trojan horse. So it's very, very difficult to just say any movement in and of itself, no matter how good it sounds, is pure. To sit here and say the green movement, who doesn't love the planet, right? What kind of psycho doesn't like the planet? Well, it's not about that. It's about the fact that the people who are propagating it actually have ulterior motives. So when you talk about movements as a whole,
Wow.
okay.
You
So
have to
what?
stay
Okay,
beyond-
okay.
No, Kai, that's some real ass shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay, this is what I call something called most of the time it's called a doomer mindset, right? So everything is it's doomer. It's called doomer. It's doomer. This is legitimately what we call dooming. You're doomering. Where every good thing is flawed and corrupt to a certain degree. Everything that is meant to be good is actually for bad. You named all the dog shit, but you failed to say or try to give us an alternative, or say how shit should work instead, or give something else. Give it a flip side.
I understand. I'm not a doomer at all. I'm saying, to be perspicacious as an individual, you need to pay attention that even movements that are a positive thing with positive outcome and positive intention, to some degree, are going to be corrupted with ulterior motives. They're going to sneak something in. They always sneak something in. Otherwise, if they couldn't sneak something in which benefited them as a whole, they wouldn't even allow the movement to gain traction. Why do some movements gain traction and some movements don't? Because the Matrix decides. The Matrix sits there and decides, we want Greta all over the news now because we want to talk about the climate. And then what we want to do is put taxes up because of the climate. At the same time, when we're talking about sea levels rising, we're going to buy a bunch of mansions on the beach, funnily enough.
Okay.
And nobody's going to give a shit because we know the sea level ain't going to rise. So there is always an ulterior motive. And you have to see beyond this, that most of the things that are propagated by the Matrix are not propagated for the actual intention. They do not give a shit about the planet. What they give a shit about is more control over the populace. And that's what they're doing now in Europe. If you could actually log out of a video game and look at right now, the Dutch farmers are taking all their tractors into the city and blocking the whole city because they put taxes up to the point where Google it. All the farms are going out of business. Every farm is going out of business, and they're all going to be bought by an international conglomerate, and he's going to own all of it. Who's knows who? They're going to own all the house. That's right.
Up, dude.
Okay, pause.
Climate change is New World Order bullshit. And this is the thing. You have to understand that all of these movements are a psyop, because if they're not a psyop, they won't allow them to happen. It's all a fucking psyop. So it's dangerous to say this is a pure good movement, this is a bad movement, etc. It's all psyop on every level. It's difficult. It's not an easy one.
Okay.
Wow.
In my opinion, the thing that's kind of wrong with you. You said it earlier. It's a good word. Trojan
Should I
horse.
drink this?
I think that's like your narrative strategy that you do a lot, and it's causing me to severely lose brain cells. The problem is that you come in with an argument that makes sense in its format, right? Like the horse itself, it looks decent. and everybody, even myself, agree with the initial statement. Now you have a beautiful horse. It's not well carved. It's a beautiful thing. And then you load that motherfucker up with a bunch of fucking dog shit that nobody understands and the other people disagree with. But it doesn't matter anymore because they already bought into the horse, right? You're kind of Trojaning your way into this argument, which I think is kind of crazy. Like we don't even have the time to say, hey, that's dog shit. We're already 8 arguments past that point.
All right, we gotta get. No, it's time to get past this.
Don't say we. Don't say we. Don't say we. I ain't say that shit.
Hold on.
I ain't say that shit.
Hold on. Next topic. All right. XQ. I want to go back to a topic, and we never talked about this.
Okay, no.
Felix.
Motherfucker, you're going to bring in some big-ass topics.
Motherfucker, it's a good topic. Because I'm going to tell you right now, we're going in circles. I don't want to do that. You don't want to do that either.
No circling. I'm going to approach one of his ideas. I'm going to tackle him. Okay, first things first, okay? Something that I learned in my past couple of years of wisdom, okay?
Who the fuck is that?
It's my brother, motherfucker.
Okay,
this guy would one tap you by breathing on you.
He looks just like you, bro. He looks just like you.
Wait,
my brother's a fucking gladiator. He would fucking...
Yo, why do you...
Whoa.
What just happened?
Why you just threatening us with his brother? What the fuck?
Yo.
The fuck?